I wanted to upload this video just to kind of reassure everyone that I know we're going through a crisis right now, and I know it's really scary, and the thought of sending all of the kids home and for you to have to be at home with your kids for an unnamed amount of time, it's scary and it's something you've never done before, and if it's not a choice that you've made, it can be daunting. If you're at home all day with your kids and you're still expected to work remotely, it can be a complete nightmare, especially now that you can't ask your parents or friends and family to look after your kids. You have to have them at home with you. There are a few things that you can do to make it easier and to help keep your kids educated so they're not just vegging out. This is actually a really great opportunity for your child to learn in the way that they learn most successfully. They can go back to school feeling so much more confident. If you know they're struggling with time and with reading clocks, just asking them what time it is all day long, they'll figure it out really quickly. That's one-to-one teaching. That's not sat at a desk or at your dining room table going through activities to try and get them to understand, to help them to understand how to master this skill. That's just, just getting on with your day, and you're asking them what time it is. Okay, so I'm talking primary school age kids. I know there's a lot of people out there that have got secondary school kids. They're going to be able to independently learn a lot easier and a lot better. So anyway, I thought I'd make a video to give you a few really basic, really simple tips that will make the next few weeks or few months, however long it will last, go a lot more smoothly for you, give you a bit of confidence that it's going to be all right, it's not the end of the world, and you're not going to tear your hair out by the end of it. So, my first tip is to have a plan. We follow a schedule. I've left a PDF of the schedule that we follow in the description below, so feel free to look at that. Basically all we do is we have English and maths every other day, apart from Tuesday. If you'll notice in my schedule, there's nothing in Tuesdays. That's our day off, that's our day to catch up on anything that we haven't finished, to go on a school trip. Obviously, we're not going on school trips right now, but it's just a day off, so you're not completely overwhelmed. And after that, we generally have one of the smaller lessons in the morning that only takes about half an hour to go through, and then it's lunch, and then every afternoon is dedicated to one lesson, and you can spend as little as half an hour on that lesson, or you can spend the whole afternoon on it. Each to their own. Whether you need to work from home or not, having a plan is kind of essential to make your day run smoothly. Hopefully my schedule that I've put down below will help. You don't have to use it, I'm just saying it's what we do. Everybody's going to spend the first few days vegging out. That's pretty inevitable. You're all going to lay in, watch TV, just do whatever you want, all the things that you were waiting for the holidays to do. But after a few days, if you've got younger kids, they're going to have enough of that, and they're going to get bored and ratty, and that's when they're not going to leave you alone, and because they want to do something. That's the point where they start driving you crazy. So keeping them occupied is key. But keeping them occupied does not mean that you have to sit with them from 9 o'clock in the morning till 3:30 at night doing schoolwork. On average, it takes us about 3 hours to get all of our schoolwork done, and we do 3 hours, 4 days a week. That's the kind of average. That's not skipping and rushing through everything. You don't have assemblies. You don't have a whole hour lunch break. You don't have morning break and afternoon break. You don't have the setup time in between each lesson. You don't have 30 kids to teach. So you can do a full school day in, I'd say, approximately 3 hours. I am talking about primary school kids. I don't know what it is for high school kids, because I don't have high school kids. But they're going to have a lot more independent work anyway. And it is completely possible to teach 2 different age groups together. I've got a 7-year-old and a 10-year-old. One's in Key Stage 1, one's in Key Stage 2, and I teach them together. So it's fine. Number 2, resources. I'm assuming that the schools will set work, and I'm assuming that they're going to be available if there's any questions or even remote login. I don't know what the setup is. But in the case that they get bored with the work that they've been given, or they finish it quickly, or you just want additional resources, here are some great ones that your kids will love. Twinkle. A lot of schools use Twinkle, and as a homeschooler, I also use Twinkle. They've already announced, I've seen the advert floating around somewhere on Facebook, that they're going to support everybody as much as they can during this time, and they've mentioned, I don't know if they've updated it, but the last one I saw was that everybody can sign up for the 30-day free trial. So I don't know if it's unlimited downloads like I've got, because I've got the top package, but you can download all sorts of resources. There's worksheets, there's lesson plans, there's Twinkle Go, so there's games that they can play on the computer, but they're educational games. There's loads. Twinkle has got every single subject from reception to all the way to Key Stage 4. It follows the national curriculum, so you can find what they've been set or where they are at school, and find other resources for them to do, as well as what they've already been set. Or if they haven't been set anything, you can just find anything you want. There's loads, literally thousands and thousands of really fun stuff to do. So that's Twinkle. I will put the link in the description. IXL. We use IXL for English and maths. Again, I think they have a free trial. So usually they're 30 days, these trials. So that's plenty of time to get you started. It covers the entire national curriculum as well. So you just basically say whether you're in year 2 or year 5 or year 10. And each part of the curriculum is set out. So you have little lessons that you do on the tablet or the computer based on whatever they're learning. It's really great. They learn so much. I found at the weekends that the kids were choosing to go on IXL rather than just a random game that they downloaded on their iPads, because they wanted to collect the badges. There's loads of badges that you collect. So yeah, I was like, okay, so you're doing some English at the weekend, right? That's fine. Night Zookeeper. If you've never heard of it, go and have a look at it. It's the first thing we signed up for before we started homeschooling, because I did so much research on so many different things that were available, and these are the things that I decided to go with. And Night Zookeeper is amazing. I don't know if they've got a free trial. They might have most of these places have a free trial of some description, but it's amazing. It teaches you to write stories, and it does all of your spag work, and trust me, your kids will be sat for hours, because they design characters and they have to create a home for their character and find it friends and play games and learn about all the different spelling, punctuation and grammar, and then they've got to write little stories, and they do a little bit of research and write story. It's amazing. So Night Zookeeper, I will put the link in the description as well. There are more apps and more resources available. These are just the top 3 that we use in our household. Okay, so I do work. So when I need to work, if you see on my schedule, we've got Night Zookeeper /work. So whenever I need to sit and do some work, I just say to the kids, go on Night Zookeeper. They're quite happy independently learning in a different room, and I have some peace and quiet to get on with some work. As long as you give them something interesting to do, they're not going to come in every 5 minutes saying, Mummy, I'm hungry. Mummy, I need a drink. Mummy, I'm bored. They're going to crack on with whatever it is you've given them to do. So, yes. Number 3, your kids can help you tidy and clean. If you look at my schedule that I've put in the description down below, you'll see something called Blitz. I think we do it 3 times a week, top of my head. You'll see it's, scattered around in the schedule. We basically get on with our schoolwork for a little bit in the mornings, and before we have a break, we do a blitz. So we decide what we're going to do. We set a timer of up to an hour, no more than an hour. We usually finish before the timer goes off. So for example, we can clean and tidy the entire upstairs working as a team, and the kids aren't like, I don't want to help clean, and you're not, I don't want to clean the bathroom, because you're making it fun. The key is making it fun. It's good for them as well, because it doesn't matter how young they are. They need to learn that this is going to be part of their life forever. They are always going to need to keep their space clean, whether it's their bedroom or when they go to college. They have to keep it clean and tidy. Don't be daunted by the house being an absolute pigsty because everyone's at home all day. If everyone helps, it's fine. Number 4, fitness. Obviously at school, they might get that little bit of exercise walking to school and walking back. They have morning break, they have afternoon break, they have lunchtime where they're running around, they've got PE lessons. When they're at home, if we're fully quarantined, we're not going to be allowed to just go for a walk or a run around. They're not going to be allowed to go and play with all their friends because that kind of defeats the object of sending everyone home. So they need to keep fit in the house, in the garden, in the space that you have. We're fortunate enough to have a trampoline, a big trampoline. So every day we go out, and then literally about 5 times a day, whenever we're having a break, the kids, they go out for a jump. So yeah, have a look around your house and in your garden and just see what you've got. You can run up and down the stairs. You can just jump from side to side in the living room. You might have an Xbox or a Wii Fit, or what's that dance one that Ems is always on? That dancing one? Just go on that. That, seriously, if you've never played that dance, I can't remember what it's called, that dance game, you'll soon see your fitness levels, because it's a little bit, but yeah, just find something fun to do that's giving them a little bit of, running around and moving. We've got a couple of other things that keeps the kids going. We've got a water chart, which I will link as well. It's pretty ugly, but all it is so that we can all put a little dash every time we've had a glass of water. The kids have little glasses, I've got a big glass, and it's just a way of recording how many glasses of water we're drinking every day. And because the kids want to put their little line on it, they drink water. We also have house point charts. You could create a house point chart just to say, make your bed, tidy your room, do your schoolwork that's been set, do any homework that's been set, and that's it. Chart done. Or add whatever it is that works in your house onto the chart. They'll do the things because they want the chart to be full. It's just one of those things with kids. They love collecting stickers or smiley faces. Just draw a smiley face with a pencil. They love it. And just draw the chart on a bit of paper, or have it in your iPhone or on your mobile phone. Anyway, I hope I haven't rambled too much. I just really wanted to put this video out there just to say, it's not as daunting as you think, having your kids at home all day. If you have a plan and you've got people to talk to, and you're not thinking too negatively about it, it will be okay, and you'll actually find that you'll have a blast, and you'll learn so much about your kids and their learning and the way they learn. You'll probably want to stay homeschooling. The school's going to have half the kids not go back because everyone's going to love homeschooling so much. But yeah, so I just hope this has made you feel a little bit more at ease about the whole situation and what's coming. It's not terrible. and it's fine, you'll get through this. And if anyone's got any questions or any advice that you want to give me, like that, you know, I still need advice, just put it in the comments below. We need to stay as positive as we can for our sanity, for the kids, for the whole country, the whole world. We will get through this. Everything will go back to normal eventually. But until then, let's just have some fun and think positive and do the best we can. Also, over the next few weeks, the kids and I are going to be uploading a lot. We want to do things like fun daily activities that everyone can get involved with. We're going to try and make the activities things that you would naturally have around the house, so you can join in. And I suppose it might give you a bit of peace and quiet as well if the kids are watching videos and you know that it's educational content and they're quite happy getting on with it. You've got a bit of peace and quiet to either get on with some work or whatever it is you want to do when you want the kids to just leave you alone. I look forward to hearing from everyone. I hope my advice has helped, and good luck. See you next time.